Another beloved maiden graces our island. Another trade honored between myself and this pitiful little kingdom. My, how lovely she is. Damp and salted from the waves of the sea, hair tangled and wild from the unforgiving wind, shivering from the chill, lashed to place, her heart pounding with fear, waiting to be collected. This one is much prettier than the previous. And she looks more capable too. Not an old hag. Her life already spent. No. I am pleased to see that your king learns his lessons. It isn't a proper trade if he would only use our deal to dispose of his dregs of the kingdom. Are you shocked at the sight of me, maiden? When His Majesty came to take you away from the little hovel that you humans reside in for homes, I can make a guess at what it is that they might have told you. They told you that a dragon would come for you, with teeth as sharp and as large as swords, and armor of scales over her hide. A great sea serpent. Her long body lined with fins for sliding easily through the waves. A monster that can sink ships with such ease that your little king dare not anger me, or risk the lives of every fisherman or sailor in his kingdom. A beautiful creature, bejeweled with pretty things that she's gathered in her den after a lifetime of plunder. I think that is what they told you to expect. And now, instead of that, a woman stands before you. Her shape is much more human than you imagined for it to be, isn't it? Do you like to look upon it, as I like to look upon yours? My eyes are up here, maiden. I would have you gaze into them while we speak to each other. Do you think me someone who's pulling a trick on your kingdom? Perhaps I am some lovely lizard or fish folk who merely masquerades as one of the most noble of this world's creatures. No. Put such thoughts from your mind. I am what you people whisper me to be. In truth, I have a body so wondrous that humans can only cower at the sight of it, their hearts captivated. You will get the privilege of seeing it soon enough. It is only that I am one of the rare ones amongst my kind who can shed her skin and walk amongst you humans on legs. But my teeth grind to be in any other form. I prefer to be my full size, my full, power, with mastery over the seas. But in this body, it is easier to greet you. You who cannot speak the draconic tongue. In this form, it is easier to see you properly, to feel your skin against mine. I think I'm glad to look upon you, especially maiden. How rare to receive such a beauty from your kind. Why do you ask such a thing in such a frightened tone? Do you fear that I'll devour you whole once I've shucked off the skin? I cannot say that I've never dined on a human, even one of the fairer ones like yourself, but you need not fear. Only if you were a sailor or raider of the seas causing trouble for my territory would you ever find yourself in my jaws. But you... what a waste it would be to see you perish so. It seems you do not believe me. Not all of the humans I've met here were so afraid for their fate. I suppose not everyone would understand what had happened to the women they send away. I wonder what you tell each other about me. Sometimes, even from the water, I can see the festivals you throw the days before I find my latest offering bound here on this island. Did you enjoy it at the time? It must have been a great honor to sit at the seat and receive the people's praises. To be chosen. To be given. But once you're here, awaiting your fate, is it hard for you to believe that this is the truth? I see the tears glittering in your eyes. You are more than free to weep, my dear. I rather like it. Humans' tears taste like the sea salt spray. And while you weep, shall I tell you a little of the predicament you find yourself in? You surely know this much, that it was you, humans, who began this arrangement with me in the first place, over 100 years ago. It was the ancestor of your king who signed this deal with me, for my treasure and my peace. Perhaps he didn't consult with the maidens he was offering at the time, but that is no concern of mine. I began with a beautiful human maiden like you, as lovely as my most prized pearls, as vivid and fearless as I have never seen again, yet as beloved as she was. It was she who cursed me with my wretchedness. Ah, so you do know of this tale, my dear. Do your people repeat it in their stories during their celebrations? Fanciful, amusing stories about the real and very endless pain I suffer. I first laid my eyes on her on a cold morning, long, long ago. On that day, when I broke the water's surface, swimming along our fishing boat as it drifted, it had already been swept out to sea by a violent wind. In those days, I was not as fearsome as I am now. I have grown large and powerful since then. Still, when she looked upon me with wonder in her eyes, it was the first time I'd ever seen a human do so. In time, we came to understand each other, and despite myself, I even brought her ashore. She returned home safely, and I believed that would be the end. Yet, she continued to visit the beach where I left her every evening as the sun was setting. She could have continued to live her life in the village peacefully, never sparing a glance at the waters, at least not with the thought of me in them, but I believed that how it all would have ended. Yet there she was. She wandered out anyways, with a basket of fish and a longing in her gaze. I could see her. I knew she was waiting for me, and I kept her waiting. In those days, I feared to bring my real body to the shore in view of humankind. But one night, I came to the beach in the body that you see standing in front of you, and I met her there, and I became hers. Never would I have dreamed I would accompany her back to a village full of humans. But the choice felt easier with her involved. Should that have been my warning sign? But I wanted nothing more than to be her companion. And for a time, I was happy. I felt none of the stares, the whispers. I was content. But humans are not the same as dragons. Time poisons you, breaks you. My beloved's hair turned gray, and wrinkles lined her face. Eventually, even mundane tasks became too much for her body. So I, who remained healthy, began to bear those burdens for her. How curious it was. I looked back on those days and realized I hated every minute of the fishing, and found the other villagers she lived with the mundane. Found them infuriating, but for her, do your people tell tales of what would happen next? Do they tell the stories about what I did? The day came when time finished off my beloved for good. Only once she was dead did I realize what she had done to me. I looked down at her unmoving body, and there was no beauty. There was no treasure for me to admire on her deathbed. I wondered, what if the beauty had never been? All the happiness, all the contentment inside of me became nothing, and all that remained was pain. I wept for her. I screamed for her. The truth had become clear to me then. I had been made a fool. My little human maiden, who once loyally stood by the sea, had taken my heart for her own, and when she left this world, she took it with her. I could get no relief. I shed this human form, and still the pain only grew. So across the land and the sea, all came to know my grief. My rage. My rage. Your villages I destroyed, your vessels I plundered. Even the largest of your human ships feared to traverse the sea for risk of meeting with my wrath. Oh, some ships still fear me. And yet, when my energy was spent, I returned to the ocean floor, stewing and tormented by the despair. I awaited the day when, well, I don't know now. The day I would once again become the scourge of your kingdom, perhaps? I cannot say. It was during this time when the clever little king of your land struck this bargain with me. In exchange for the gifts of my bounty. In exchange for my protection and the safe passage of his little ships, he provided me a means to soothe my pain with pretty maidens like you, who would replace the one that time took from me. But never again will I surrender the water and submit myself to life among humans. No, 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 no. Forevermore, it is your turn. All of you. You will come to live in the oceans with me. A body to breathe next to mine and lie beside me in the darkness. A pair of swift hands to tend to my scales and to my treasures. To carry my burdens when they grow too heavy. A lovely weight for me to feel as you cling to my neck when I break to the shore. A companion to accompany me in all things, for me to keep and treasure and with the prosperity your people have enjoyed, I think this is a fair trade. Why the very fact, considering the kind of damage I could do to your people if you ever angered me. Don't you think so? Good girl. No, on your face, I see more tears. Your skin is so cold from the wind. I bet let me take you back to my home, where you will be warm and safe. It will not take me long to bring you there through the ocean. Oh, do you think I will allow my new dear companion to drown? I am well aware of your limits. There's air in my palace, and once we arrive, I will correct this little matter of you being unable to breathe. You may even like that part. I've known several humans who are fond of swimming despite their weaknesses. Now, allow me to free you from this post first. Ah, don't fall, pretty one. I've got you in my arms now. Are you tired from having to wait for me for so long? When we arrive, I will allow you time to rest and recover from your ordeal. But those tears... I don't know if you'll be happy with me. You'll have a comfortable room, jewels to wear, fresh food to eat every day, and you'll be able to see some things that humans will only be able to dream of. But whether you are happy with this arrangement or not, I think I will be very happy with you. I think it's time for me to get rid of this wretched form. Let us go then, my lovely maiden, to your new home in the sea.